because
Cupcake games.
just stop it.
Red, 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 red.
No. Rough weekend.
Wasn't it supposed to be cupcake games? We were supposed to have 2 games of true note. We're going to start with those 2 games that we said were supposed to be relevant, and then we'll get into the rest of them. The game of the week, of course, Texas and Michigan.
Yep.
Texas and Michigan. Where do we start with? You know what? I know where we're going to start. We're going to start with the reason why I hate preseason rankings.
Man, dude. Preseason rankings, honestly, if I had my say, if I was over all of it, preseason rankings wouldn't come out until it was time to list those 12 teams in the damn playoffs. I was at least the end of October.
At least
don't
in October.
Me
okay.
Shit in the beginning. I don't want to, because no. Don't give me nothing. Don't give me anything, because a namesake is what gets you ranked. Who you are. Is Alabama ranked too high? Yes. Just get 6 games under your belt, 8 games under your belt, so we can see who the real teams are.
So that's the word preseason, but I think they need to change it. The first in-season ranking, and I think the first in-season ranking should not come out until week 3, week 4. Week 4. That's because everybody has to see how well their training, their off-season training, all of that gelling had to come together. How well those guys, those new recruits who just came, how are they gelling with the team? How are those people we brought in off the transfer portal, how are they gelling on the team? How are those holes we had to fit after sending those guys off to the NFL, how are they gelling on the team? How is the coaching staff gelling with the team? I think you need at least a month to see how well, and then you can come out with your first in-season ranking.
Okay. I can give you that, because within the month, you're also going to start your conference play too. So I can buy into that. But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I could care less until the first college football playoff. See, and I think that's like the middle of October. So, I mean, just stop it. Just stop it.
Just stop it all together. What did you think about the game yesterday between Texas and Michigan?
I don't know. Was Texas that good? Which they did. I mean, Texas was lights. They played lights out in that first half. That was offense and defense. They had that first couple of drives in the beginning of the second half. But is Texas that good? Does Michigan suck that bad? Or is Michigan who we thought they were going to be anyways? All this hype. I don't take Texas's win as being that great of a win. They beat the namesake. That's it. They beat the defending national champion, who damn near lost everyone that played in the national championship.
That's the truth. They lost the head coach, they lost the staff, they lost the quarterback, they lost other individuals to the National Football League. So you're absolutely right with that.
So was that a great win? I don't think so. I mean, yes, like I said, Texas beat Michigan. That's all it was.
That's all it was.
That was it in a namesake. That's it.
Quinn Ewers looked good. He was supposed to look good going out there and playing against Michigan yesterday. So they did what they were supposed to do yesterday. They ran the football, they threw the football, they beat up on them on defense. They showed in all facets of the game that we've got it all cooking right now. We're doing what we're supposed to do. There's a reason why Vegas has them number 2 to to Georgia. So they looked like it yesterday. Let's see how they look going down the roads. Hats off to the Longhorns. We'll move on from that. Let's talk about Notre Dame. See, this is my problem with Notre Dame. You know what? Notre Dame reminds me of the Cowboys.
They come in, they're America's team. They are expected to do all these great things, and then they suck ass.
The fans think...
Again, it's a namesake.
It's a namesake.
It is a namesake, and they give Notre Dame everything on a silver platter and hand it to them.
Yes.
And without earning jack shit. And I know everyone out here that watches us knows I'm an Alabama fan. They do the same thing with Alabama, but I'm a realist when it comes to Alabama. They're ranked too damn high. And
It
so,
is.
and do I know it's the namesake for them? I do. So, but with Notre Dame, it is that. And I guess one of these years, they might get it right.
That's right. That's right.
I do pause on that because under Brian Kelly, they did show a little consistency as far as winning. But when it came to the college playoffs,
That's right, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. As far as the college, you're right. That's right. Clarify that, but you're right. You know what I see is Notre Dame's issue as well, and that's the academic requirements that are levied against him as the head football coach and what he can bring in. Until something's going to have to give. Notre Dame is, a couple of steps above the rigid requirements of the service academies on their programs, and Notre Dame has a standard in which they want their students to come out there and be a part of, and that's to include their athletic departments. So if you're coming to Notre Dame, you're going to maintain this level of requirement for your academics, and secondary is your football. By the way, we still expect you to win a national championship. And all of their fans believe that every year they're going to win national championship.
Yep.
Had Notre Dame is guilty also of playing to the level of their opponent. They just couldn't get out of their own way yesterday.
Are they playing to the level of their opponent, or are they at the same level of their opponent? Because they played A&M, but who the fuck's A&M?
No.
I mean, seriously, A&M should have beat them, but those two may actually still be on the same level, but who's not to say that's also all three teams the same level?
You know what?
Illinois. So I don't see it.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about that, but you might be right, Rabbit. You might be right.
That is their level.
That could very well be there. And you know what? We're going to leave it at that. We're going to move on to the next game that I want to talk about. And because they are who we thought they were. And we're going to talk about the Colorado Buffaloes. Good gracious. We predicted last week, we were sitting here talking. I said that they were on upset alert.
Yep.
Nebraska and that new quarterback was out there slinging that football around the week prior, and he came right in there and did the same thing yesterday.
Yes, sir.
It's the same thing yesterday. Colorado has not. And so I'm blaming Deion. Mr. Sanders, you can look me right now. I'm going to tell you, you have not, as the head coach, addressed your inability to protect your son. You haven't addressed your ability to run the football. You haven't addressed your ability to pass rush the passer. Until you address these things, Colorado will not move forward. I'm angry because your son does not have, in my estimation, the opportunity to be in the conversation for a Heisman Trophy because he can't stay on his feet. He stays on his back.
That's right.
I'm just saying.
That's right.
That's the way I see it. Until Colorado addresses all of these things, we can't talk about Colorado. I know you're doing great things within the program with those young men. But on the field, going forward, if I was to say I want to send my son out to Colorado, I say no, sir. I'd say Matt Rule is in his second year, just like you are, with your program at Colorado. And Matt Rule has Nebraska on the up, where as I see it right now, you have Colorado moving on the down.
And to that, you was talking about the program and addressing the issue. To me, they're more concerned about the money, the duckies, than what we're putting out on the field. He's already talking about the teams his son won't go to in the NFL. I'm sorry, but is your
See.
son still not playing college football?
And if that's the case, man, then you got a really big problem there in Colorado. I hate to say it, but good point there. Red, we're going to transition over to something a little closer to your heart. We're going to talk about the Alabama Crimson Tide. And I'm going to step back and I'm going to let you have the floor.
You know, there was a reason why last night I was basically I was fit to be tied. I was beyond the point of pissed the fuck off.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Hold on to the ball and stop holding of the other team. Quit holding them. Stop. Just stop it.
Yes.
So I'm like, dude, that's why I said, you know what? They're ranked too high. I love my team with all my heart, but we got some serious issues to figure the fuck out. Yes, Jalen is our superstar, and that little number 2, mister Williams, he's going to be something else.
Gotcha.
So, but yeah,
Tell you, from my estimation, Red, the Crimson Tide will go as far as the legs of Milroe take them. Just get out the young man's way, ride him until the wheels fall off. They're going to go as far as he takes them. All right. Right now, they haven't figured out. This is Labour's first year. They haven't figured out the identity that they want. He's got quarterback that was in there. He's decent. I'm going to say he's serviceable. But you know, when it comes to him, it's going to be his legs that are going to win the football game. It's his legs that broke open the game yesterday when they needed every single time. It had to happen. His legs carried them to that point. And then at the 6-minute mark, you know, Alabama went ahead and posted another 500 points.
and that was only because they brought in Pritchard, who apparently got hurt during practice last week, and he had been nursing the injury. And not to mention Kalen Proctor has not been playing, so they readjusted their line and let Pritchard sit out. Now, when Pritchard came in, it was a whole fucking new team out there. They could just run behind him, had a little heyday last 6 minutes of the game. And I'm like, where the fuck were you in the first? So thank God Pritchard came in and within the last 6 minutes, and my heart started beating normal towards the end.
Well, this is what I'm going to say. Alabama, you're on alert. I'm telling you right now, you're on alert.
As they should.
You're not as good as the rankings say you are. You're on
free.
Yes. So you're on alert. And that segues into the next team that's on alert. LSU. LSU is on alert. I'm telling you, they didn't break open the game until 10 minutes left in the game yesterday. Against Nichols. Against Nichols. LSU, you on alert. I'm telling you right now. And so here's the other thing I want to say before we get to our last one. Every team in the SEC, look at me when I say this. You all have a bullseye on your back. You are the SEC. So when it comes to playing anybody, you better know for a fact they bring in their A game. They want to be able to hang that thing up there that says, we beat a team in the SEC. You're on notice. I'm telling you all, you're on notice. All right. The last one we're going to talk about is them boys down in Miami. They playing a little football.
Yeah. Mario Cristobal.
Yeah.
He's got them doing a few things, and that transfer portal did him well with that QB.
Yeah, hey.
Washington State.
Hey. So you know, we're going to watch. They have my curiosity. Right now, I'm not going to say anything beyond that. You have my curiosity. Cam Ward went out there. Miami is beating the teams that they're supposed to beat. Cam Ward is doing the things he's supposed to do. You have my curiosity. All right. We're going to see if you get my attention. You're going to see. Hey, you know what? Let us know what you think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. But until next time,
peace.
We out. That's indeed.